Thank you. The earliest Neolithic structures began showing up around 4000 BC in western Mediterranean islands such as Malta. Eventually, this practice would move westward into Portugal and Spain. Then by 2800 BC, the practice would move to France, north to the United Kingdom, and north still to Scandinavia. In more detail, Neolithic Europe grew rooted in current-day Bulgaria and pre-Yugoslavia. Within time, Eastern Europe became a haven for pottery and figure making. A lot of these figures were found in Yugoslavia, Hungary, Romania, Moldova, Czechoslovakia, and finally, that practice moved westward into Vienna. Further north of Vienna was the presence collectively of scattered figures of carved animals and anthropomorphic pots. One of the earliest pieces of clay modeling, a head, distinguished the closing of the gap between a farmer's duties and a hunter's duties. This head was rumored to have been found in Bulgaria and Macedonia, and it physically resembles the lizard gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. Meanwhile, people to the north, in Hungary and Transylvania, made female figures that were sloppy attempts at sculpting sitting people. Just north of the Balkan region, a group of people who had settled around the lower Danube River, the members of the Hamangia culture, contributed to an explosion that occurred in the practice of modeling human and animal figures, yet with the human figures depicted differently. Now there is a blurred line between the combining of cult along with migrant peoples from the southern and western areas of the peninsula to western France, Britain, and Ireland. It is unclear why art that originated so far away from a certain area would wind up being produced in said region. For example, pottery vessels with molded eyebrows and noses were found in Denmark. Now at first, it was thought that the convergence was a matter of chance, but that theory was contradicted once attention was paid to the new artifacts, details, and technical execution. The fact that a lot of these sites were found in megalithic passage graves represented to the north. Around the same time, archaeologists reached Britain and consulted a trio of squat cylinders from the grave of a child in Yorkshire. As you could probably predict, all these sites had a specific purpose.